Alright you guys, my name is Coach Joshua, and today I'm going to be your instructor for this guided yoga class. The style that we're going to be covering is Hatha yoga, which is a basic type of yoga. For anybody who has any problems with certain poses, feel free to grab yoga blocks, feel free to grab a blanket. Your mat's already in front of you. Please, if needed, have water beside you. You don't have any with me now, but if you feel the need to drink water or to step out of a pose, please do so. So, we're gonna go ahead and get started today. This class is gonna be about an hour long, starting now. So, what I want you guys to do is come to the front of your mat. We're gonna start with mountain pose. It's basically an easy asana, standing pose. We want to feel the bottoms of our feet. We have four corners of the feet, so we have the front, the ball of your foot, all the way to the edge of that ball of foot, and then we have our heels, and there's also a corner on the inside of our feet. So we want to have our feet aligned by each other, knees and thighs, fairly close. I want you to feel the bottoms of your toes and the bottom of the mat. We want to feel the four corners of our feet. So like I was saying, the ball right after our big toe, all the way to the edge of our pinky toe, should be contact with the mat. The medial part of our foot and our ankle should be aligned. And I want you to press your feet together. I want your knees to be right over your ankles, align with your hips. Take a big breath in. Inhale. Slowly turn your palms outward and face the front. Open up the chest. Take a few inhales at this pose and exhale. So we breathe in through the nostrils and out through our mouth. We're slowly going to get to a good headspace to where we're ready to focus and block out all outer noises. Stay here, take a few breaths in, roll your shoulders back, pinch your shoulder blades down towards the floor. A few more breaths. And as we're here, what I want you to think about, I want you to take your mind off of the outside world. And I want you to begin just feeling out everything inside of your body, trying to block out everything. Really listen to your breath. We're going to go into a guided meditation at this time. I want you to think about any tension you have in your fingertips. I want you to slowly ball up and open your palms. And release any tension you have in your fingertips and palms. I want you to do a little bit of wrist circles inward. Slowly relaxing. Calmly breathing, releasing any tension you have within your hands, guiding our mind all the way to our forearms, clenching our forearms, and relaxing, letting go of any stress, tension in the forearms, all the way up to our upper arms. Kind of squeezing those biceps, tricep muscles, and relaxing. Still breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth, releasing all the tension through our upper arms. Guiding our mind all the way to our shoulders. Creating a little bit of tension and relaxing out of our shoulders. Releasing any tension you have in that area of our body. We'll go ahead, think about the top crown of our head over this area. Slowly think about releasing any tension you have in your mind. Taking our focus down to our forehead and our eyes, our cheeks, our face. Relaxing all those muscles. Still breathing. Releasing any tension that we have in our face. I want you to take your mind all the way to your chest. Squeeze, relax. Releasing any tension that you have in your chest muscles. Still breathing. Guiding our thoughts to our stomach, our abdomen, our navel. Clenching those muscles in and releasing any stress that we have within our navel. Breathing in. Take your focus all the way to our upper back. Squeezing those muscles and relaxing. Releasing any tension that we have in our upper back area. Taking the focus down to our lower back. Squeezing and releasing. A few breaths. Taking our focus to our hips and our glutes. Slight squeeze and relax. Releasing all tension in our hips. Guiding our mind down to our upper legs, hamstrings, outside of our thighs. Squeezing those quad muscles and relaxing, glute muscles relaxing, hamstrings relaxing. Releasing any tension down to our knees. Flex but don't lock the area around our knees and release. Still breathing. Letting go of all the tension within our knees. Guiding our mind all the way down to our calves. Slight squeeze in those muscles. A few reps and relax the calves all the way down to our feet. And our toes. Open and spread our toes. Squeeze and clench the bottom of our feet. Releasing all the tension that we have in the bottom parts of our feet. Take a few breaths here. You slowly walk into our next asana. We're going to go ahead and fill out the four border lines of our feet. Four edges, sorry. I want you to press the ball of our toes into the mat, our heels into the mat, the outside corners into our mat. Also align your ankles together. We're going to press the balls of our feet and the outside balls by our pinky toe into the mat. I want you to feel the arches of our feet and the lower portion of our legs contracting, creating a triangle. Creating a big, powerful arch within both of our arches of our feet. I want you to slowly press those balls in as we lift up our toes and spread. And relax the toes, lift and spread the toes. And relax. Take a few breaths in. We'll go ahead and do that a few more times. Lifting, spreading the toes, pressing the balls of our feet to the mat. And relax. Inhale. Pressing the balls of our feet to the mat, lifting our toes, spreading. Relaxing the toes to the mat. One more time. We'll go ahead and press the balls of our feet to the mat, lifting our toes. And relaxing them. Take a few breaths. You should be well and calm now. We're basically going to go into a small warm-up of our body. We're going to start with some wrist circles in. And a few out. We'll go ahead and elevate those arms and do a few circles towards the front. Medium-sized circles. And we'll do some medium-sized circles backwards. Warming up our upper extremities. Do some shoulder rolls backwards. And forward. We'll go ahead and do a couple of hip circles. And we'll switch directions. We'll go ahead and bring our attention to our knees. Do a few knee circles. Go ahead and place one foot in front of the other. We're going to do a few ankle circles, one direction. And we'll switch. Switch, do a few outward. The opposite foot. And we'll go ahead and switch directions. We'll go ahead and do a few knee circles. And we'll switch directions. For those with bad balance, you can use your hands to assist. Or you can modify by leaning slightly forward, landing on that block. We'll do the opposite side. And we'll switch. Okay, we're ready to start sun salutations, which is a sequence of asanas that I'm going to go over. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off at the front of our mat, or the middle portion of our mat. We're going to go ahead and align our feet together, directly into our knees and directly into our hips. We're going to start mountain pose. We're going to roll our shoulders back towards the mat, palms facing outward. We're going to take a big inhale. And we're going to raise our arms up. Elbows towards our ears. Pressing those shoulder blades back towards our butt and towards the floor. Hands together. Slight gaze up and forward. For those with shoulder problems, we don't have to raise that high. We can modify it by lifting either one arm that's unaffected, or we can place them together in front of us. We're going to go ahead and take a big inhale, bringing those arms to our thighs. Slowly bending at the hips. Knotted our lower back. Pushing our hips back. Hands slowly all the way down, rolling our back, hands to our feet, into a forward fold. Next one, inhale, slowly bringing those hands up to our knees. The half forward fold. We're going to descend. Forward fold. Bringing those hands to the front of the mat. Placing one foot in front, left foot in between our hands. Slowly rising up, balancing into low lunge, lifting those hands and elbows towards our ears, tucking our hips under our lower spine. Take a few breaths here. For those with bad balance, we can use our yoga block to balance in case we need any adjustments. Those with bad knees or anything that's giving you discomfort, feel free to use your blanket modalities to help assist with any discomfort. We're going to go ahead and place those hands back on the mat. We're going to bring that foot back. We're going to lift up our hips and knees. We're going to dive in and under. Lifting our chest off the mat. We're going to push back our butt through our hands and shoulders. Letting those heels reach towards the back of the mat into downward dog. Inhale, bring yourself into plank. We're going to lower. Inhale, pushing our chest off the mat. Inhale, pushing ourselves back and butt back towards the ceiling. Inhale to a plank. We're going to bring the opposite leg in front. Lifting our hands straight up. Low lunge. Slowly bring our hands down towards the front of the mat. Now when we place anything of our hands on the mat, we want to make sure that we're spreading our fingertips as far as possible. And we want to make sure that our thumb knuckle and our finger knuckle are a little less spread, creating even pressure on the mat, pulling energy from the floor through our body, by pressing, spreading those fingers, giving this energy throughout our wrists and our shoulders on the plank. Make sure you're spreading those fingers out. We want our shoulders in line with our wrists, elbows unlocked, slightly bent. Rotate the front of those elbows towards our fingertips as we hold this plank. And as we inhale, and we push through our shoulders into downward dog. Pressing our palms into the mat, spreading our fingers as much as possible, turning our upper arms outward, letting those heels reach towards the back of the mat. Inhale on a plank. Slowly lowering, pressing those hands into the mat. Back where our feet are flat on the mat. Pushing our chest away from the front of the mat. Relaxing our lower back. Take a big inhale. And exhale, lowering our chest to the mat. Lifting our body up into plank, pressing through our hands and our fingertips and palms into downward dog. Separate those upper arms away from our ears, pressing through our palms, reaching with those heels. Inhale as we come to plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale as we bring our chest up. Exhale as we slowly press into plank. Inhale and exhale as we push our butt back into the sky, heels reaching for the back of the mat, pressing through our hands, spreading our arms away from our ears, through our shoulders, all the way through those fingertips and palms, feeling that energy through and from the bottom of the floor. Inhale into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push into plank. Inhale. Bringing our knee to the front of the mat. Slowly walking both feet in between our hands. Take a big inhale as we slowly walk our hands up our legs, rolling from the spine, back into mountain pose. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go through a little hand and arm sequence. I want you to cusp your hands. And I want you to make a figure eight with our hands and arms. Figure eight. I want you to calm your breathing, relax everything in your shoulders and your wrists. We'll switch directions. Once you start with your palms together, we're going to take them out, back of our hands towards, we're going to bring them in, back of our hands up, and bring them down. Bring them together, pull them apart, bring the palms in, back of hands up, and down. Start our hands together, bring them out, and in. All the way up, extend with the arms fully. And down. One more time. We'll start those hands together. We'll bring the back of our hands towards the front, pulling that energy away. Bringing it back in. Backs of our hands are all the way up, extend to the arms. And hands down. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to place our feet together. We're going to go ahead, take a big inhale in. Spread the chest, expand with the chest, big breath in. We're going to align our legs towards each other. We're going to sit back within the hips. And we're going to simultaneously lift up those arms. Pushing those shoulders back towards our lower back, lifting. Inhale. As we lower. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Big breath in and out. Warming up those legs. We're going to take a big inhale in. We're going to sit back with our hips. Press those shoulders and roll them back towards your lower back. Lifting up with arms, elbows towards our ears. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lower. And exhale, hold. Big inhale. Relax the shoulders. We'll go through that one more time. Feet together, turning thighs inward towards each other. Big inhale. As we lift and roll our shoulders back towards our spine, lower back. Sitting back with the hips. Slight gaze up and forward. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hold. And exhale. And raise. Take a few breaths in mountain pose. Next thing, we're going to work on some forward bends, or one forward bend, forward fold. We're going to take a big inhale in. Roll shoulders back. First thing we're going to do is break out our hips. Slowly expand through the chest over our thighs. Inhale and exhale as we bring our hands all the way to the bottom, to the mat. For those who need, we can use our block. Now, we'll exhale, breathe out. Try to get that chest to our upper thighs. And remember, we're bending through the hips, not the lower back. So if you can, try to grab the back of those heels or rest your arms on the mat. Inhale as we bring up our hands. Take a few breaths in mountain. We're going to step with our left foot the front of the mat. Our back foot is going to turn 45 degrees. I want our heels to be lined up. I want you to turn your hips forward as we slowly lift up our arms, pinch our shoulder blades back toward the floor. Inhale, exhale, inhale and bend with that forward knee. Few inhales as we sink lower, pushing through the back leg, twisting those hips as much as we can towards the front of our knee, keeping our knee in line with the bottom of our heel. Slight gaze forward. As we inhale, turning our navel towards our hips, or away from our hips. Both palms up and down. Front palm up, slight gaze forward. Inhale, bend in the front. Big breath in. Slight gaze behind us. Make sure our arms are aligned. Exhale. Straighten that front leg. Don't lock your knees. Big breath in. And exhale. Reaching that front arm towards the inside of our front leg. Lifting the opposite arm straight towards the ceiling. Slight gaze. Big inhale. Lifting our torso. Exhale. Slight bend in the front knee. Turning our navel and hips towards the front. Stepping forward. Next thing to do, we'll step back with that left leg. Back leg and heels at a 45-degree angle. Heels lined up. Twisting our hips towards the front of the room. Lifting our arms straight up. Inhale, exhale. Bend the front knee. Twisting those hips as much as we can. Exhale, twisting our navel away from our hips. Aligning those arms, palms up, palms down. Slight gaze over that front middle fingertip. Gaze over our back middle fingertip. Inhale and exhale, bending the front knee. Make sure that our knee is in line with our toe and our knees right directly above our ankle and heel. No locking body parts, have a slight bend in each one of them. Exhale, straighten out that front leg. Inhale, bringing that front arm to the inside of our right leg or front leg, gazing up towards the opposite fingertip. Exhale. Rise. Turning those arms, our navel towards our front knee. Bringing both feet to the front of the mat. For this next one, we're gonna need a block. If you have bad balance, we're gonna go to our third warrior sequence, warrior 3, where we're going to make sure that both of our feet are aligned. Slight bend at the knee. Placing the weight on one foot, no matter right or left, but we're going to start off with right today. So we want the weight to be on the inside of the ball of our foot and our right leg. We're going to slightly bend at that knee. Place most of your weight on the hip and over that foot, hinging at the hip slightly. Slowly hinging, lifting the opposite leg back, placing that weight over our knee, ball of foot and hip. Slight gaze forward as we reach ahead, extending through the skull, top of the head, all the way through that back heel. For those modifications, we're going to use that block, extending all the way through the shoulder and the back leg. Inhale, relax. We'll go ahead and do that on the opposite side. Remember to use our block if we need. We're going to go ahead and place the weight on the opposite foot, so the left foot this time. The inside ball of foot, most of the weight, and the hip will hold most of the weight. We'll do a slight knee bend on both knees, and we're going to break at the hip. Lifting off the opposite foot. Reaching and extending the top of the crown of our head and that back heel. Calm breath, gaze forward. For modifications, remember our blocks here. And inhale, place the foot, take a few breaths. We'll come back to mountain pose. Palms out, big breath in. And exhale. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to go to the bottom, or go to the mat. We're going to start off with tabletop, meaning our knees and our hands going to be on the mat. We want we want to be able to see, for one, we want our hands and shoulders aligned like we're in a plank. We want to press through our palms, but we want to be able to look back and not be able to see our heels. Does that make sense? So if your legs are out like this, they're not in good position. If they're here, they're perfect because I can look and not see my heels or feet, okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a cat and a cow. So what I want to show you a better angle so you can see me. We're going to be in that tabletop position. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale. And we're going to bring an exhale. And we're going to bring our lower back up first. Big inhale. And we're going to bring our abdomen towards the floor. Slight gaze up, pushing through our hands. Big inhale. And exhale, tucking our neck and our chin towards our chest, pushing the lower back up towards the ceiling. Big inhale, untucking our neck. Bring our abdomen towards the floor. Big inhale. Tucking our chin, bringing our lower back up towards the ceiling. Big inhale. Bring our abdomen towards the floor, tucking the lower back in towards our shoulder blades, pushing through that mat, through our heels, and back to tabletop. We're going to do some reaching. So we're going to reach opposite hand, opposite foot. Slowly. Lengthen through the spine. And we'll replace our hand and knee with the opposite hand and knee. Align through the spine, the neck, shoulders. Should be all straight line. Even the side of the hip shouldn't be twisted or snared. Should be straight ahead. Extend through the heel. Reach with the heel all the way through the tips of the middle finger. Through the spine. And replace it. And opposite. And one more. And replace it. We'll go ahead and sit back onto our heels. Lower our head towards the mat. Take a big inhale in and out. In and out. In and out. We'll slowly come back to tabletop. This time we're going to do a little bit of hip circles. We're going to bring the hip out and down. Yeah, we'll do the opposite. Bringing it up and down. Going up with the opposite. Down and up and down. Big breath in, pressing back. Inhale and exhale. Back to tabletop. This time we're going to go to our knees. We're going to come up. You're going to use your block if you need, or your towel. If you have bad ankles or bad knees, you can place that under, in between here, like such, or you can place it on the mat under your knees. Comfort in this one. I like to sit on the block, so we're going to sit kind of on our heels if you're comfortable. Make sure that our lower back is tucked under our spine. Basically, we don't want to be slouched. We want to be in a good posture when we sit like this. We're going to take a few breaths in this position. And we're going to do some side bends. Go to the opposite side. Think about reaching with your ear to the shoulder. And the opposite side. Everything about this should be really positive and just make you kind of feel good while you do it. We're going to go diagonally to the front. This is really good for our spine. Opposite side, reach diagonally. Go ahead and go backwards diagonally. It's the opposite, diagonally. We're going to rotate. Still in that good posture on our sit bones. And towards the opposite. We're going to go ahead and do a forward bend. We're going to rise up. Reaching back with our palms, fingers facing the back of the room. We're going to do a back bend. Big breath in, open up from the chest. Inhale into the front. We're going to remove our prop. We're going to come straight to our butt. Now we're going to forward bend. We're going to sit on those sit bones. I'm going to use a prop actually. You can do the same to help you sit on your sit bones. Place both of our feet together. Take a breath in, extending the spine. We're going to reach forward. As we exhale. Big breath in, extend the spine, meaning envision somebody pulling you up by the top of your skull. Big inhale. As we reach and exhale and extend our chest up and over towards our knees. Inhale, extend. And exhale, breathe out, reaching forward. Inhale, extend. And exhale, reach forward. Take a few breaths here. Calmly breathing. Inhale. And exhale. You can take it deeper. And grab the back of those heels, or Achilles, or calves, or knees if you're here, or if you have back problems, or this is really uncomfortable for you, here is just fine. Inhale and exhale, slowly coming back. We're going to take our right leg, our right foot, we're going to bring it to the inside of our thigh. We're going to lift up through our ankle, place it over our knee. Don't lock up the knee. We'll try to bring that foot and that ankle as much as you can over. Try to relax here. Some modification for this, and if you have some problems with the knee or the hip, would be to prop up the block here, or here's okay, or here. Whatever's more comfortable. Say you have problems in the hip, you don't have to bend it like that. You can bend it, whatever feels comfortable. We're going to exhale and inhale. Big breath in, and we're going to reach forward. Bringing that leg to the front. We're going to switch. We're going to bring the opposite ankle over our knee. Bring that opposite leg over our knee. Big inhale, extend with the spine. Placing that foot towards the front of the mat. Bringing our heel towards our buttock. We're going to relax here for a second. Take a few breaths. Take a breath in. We're going to twist our navel towards the opposite hip. That back hand should be pressing into the floor, pushing our spine into an extension. It's never be really slouched overall. We're doing these. Back to the center. Same thing. Turn your navel towards the opposite hip. Pushing up with that back arm. Twisting that navel back. Bringing that foot to the front. Switching sides. Bringing that opposite heel towards our butt. I'm going to hang out here for a second. We're almost done with this class. Should be in a good place right now. Slowly twisting that navel towards our opposite hip, pressing that palm into the floor, extending our spine upward. Twisting the navel towards the opposite side. Bringing our torso towards the front. Both feet in front of the mat. We're going to go ahead and lie back. Palms facing towards the ceiling. Big inhale, bring both knees to our chest. Hugging our knees toward our chest, rocking side to side. Back and forth, side to side. Grabbing the bottoms of our feet, bringing those knees towards our chest. Rocking side to side. Slowly bringing those legs back to the back. We'll end it in easy pose. So you close your eyes. Inhale through our nose and out through our mouth. Inhale through our nose and out through our mouth. This time when we guide through our meditation, I want you to think about the bottom of our feet and our toes. Clench them and relax. Guiding our mind to our lower part of our legs and calves. Squeezing and relaxing. Up towards our thighs, hamstrings. Squeezing those muscles and relaxing, releasing all the tension. To our glutes and hips, squeezing and relaxing. Taking our mind towards our abdomen, stomach, pelvis, Kegel muscles, squeeze those muscles and relax. To our lower back, squeeze it and relax. To our chest, squeeze and relax. Upper back, press into the floor and relax. Palms, fingers, wrists, squeeze and relax. Biceps and triceps, squeeze and relax. All the way up to our shoulders, squeeze and relax. All the way to our neck, relax and release a little tension. All the way up to our face, eyes, nose, and ears, relax. To the top of our head, and relax. Few breaths. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Take a few breaths. And when you're ready, slowly come up. Go ahead and cross those legs together. Take a moment, close those eyes, take a few breaths, sitting on those sit bones. Just want you to think about how well you did today in today's class and what you've learned. Being present in the moment now, calm mind, blocking out any outside noise. And I want to thank you guys for coming to my class and watching and participating. I'm Coach Josh, and Namaste.